You're watching Drakewing Gaming. Enjoy the video. Hey guys, Nary here from Drakewing Gaming. Some of you know me on Twitter, The Gaming Dragon, and today I'm coming at you with a very special new series, Santa Lucia. I don't know much about this game at all. It's a VN that I've been looking at off and on for a little while, and man, I am quite interested in this. I love the art style. The music is just absolutely banging, guys. I can't wait to jump right into this. Please join me, guys. Let's just go right into it, alright? Please sit back and enjoy. Alarm chain, you're up, and let's go. Alright. Been kind of burning through VNs lately, so... When darkness falls and all seems lost, to fight through it all, no matter the cost. Hold close to the love in your heart, for it is love that makes life special. That didn't rhyme. Nathan Moretti, class of 2022. Well, that's pretty recent. I thought this was like a poet from like another age. Santa Lucia. Oh, I'm getting such good vibes. Oh my god, the art is so good! Doggy! Doggo! Doggo! Alright, click. Nope, maybe? I don't know. Oh, it's like the cast. It's the cast. Okay, oh my god, he's pretty. Pretty boy fox. Yeah, them foxes, they like to be pretty boys. Okay, I just gotta wait for it to, transition. Get the... Ooh. Don't you look like a serious boy? Is he a lion? Might be a lion. Oh! Cool. I forget the name of that. Heterochromia, I think that's what it's called. Hey, a panda! Don't see a lot of pandas in VNs. Grizzly. Wait a minute. A panda wearing a shirt that says Grizzly, come on. What do we got here? Ah, an older gentleman. Unfinished woman. Oh. Lots of people! And Moreau. Dr. Moreau, huh? Ooh. Quite a cast. Stranger Tides. Oh no, some of these people have lost their color! God, this cast is huge. Man, look at all these people! Oh my goodness! There's quite a few! Ooh, pretty. Femboy or actual, trans femboy or actual girl? I can't see. I can't tell the difference. I don't care. I like all of them. Ah, nice locations. What the fuck? What? Are we going into space at some point? Oh man, what a fucking intro! This is crazy! I don't think I've ever seen a VN with an intro like this. Man. Holy shit, they put a lot of work into this. Not to say that the other ones haven't had a lot of work put into them, but this is crazy. Like, this almost looks like a major studio worked on it. Uh-oh. 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 Oh no, what's going on? What the fuck is the story? The fucking blood moon of... I don't know, I'm so confused. What is it with furry visual novels and being horror games? I didn't expect Violet Memoir to secretly be a horror game, but, you know, here we are. Oh my god. September 1st, 2018. Ah, we're going back in time. Save it. Right here? Okay. I let out a sigh of relief. Huh. I'm confident that the plane is stabilized now. Geez, I don't think I'll ever get used to the takeoff. The lights start to fade, presumably so passengers can actually get some shut-eye after dealing with multiple delays at the airport. Hope I'm able to get there in time. I lean back in my chair, trying my best to relax, even though I'm quite aware that I'll be in a huge time crunch the moment we land in San Francisco. I tap the small screen on the back of the chair in front of me. After pressing a few prompts, I pull up the flight itinerary. Ooh. Looks like we'll arrive around 6 a.m. It doesn't give me a lot of time to figure out how I'm getting to Santa Lucia, but that was a real yawn. I guess I'll figure that out when I get there. After pulling out the complimentary pillow from beneath the seat, I place it between me and the plane's wall and gently rest my head on it. But my head never reaches the pillow. Instead, there's no wall. Before I even realize what's happening, I'm falling. Whoa. I try to scream, but my voice never comes. I plummet down into pitch darkness, into pitch blackness. A pink fog envelops around me as I reach terminal velocity. I don't understand what's happening. Is this how my life ends? Waves rush beneath me. As I come to my senses, I see I'm hovering just above the ocean, staring out at the infinite nothingness that stretches before me. The breeze I'm feeling is so cold. I try to wrap my arms around myself, but my body doesn't respond. Before the panic sets in, I find myself suddenly whisked forward, jetting across the surface of the water faster than I ever thought possible. Surprise makes me gasp for air. I try to open my mouth, but the sensation never comes. Instead, it feels like all the oxygen has been sucked out from my lungs, leaving me with a terrifying feeling. A suffocation. I feel every nerve in my body flare up as I try desperately to fight the paralysis keeping me from struggling. The ocean below becomes a blur. Reality itself bends. Light gives way to dark, dark to light. Colors fade and distort. For a moment, I believe I'm seeing the world for what it truly is. Whoa. And just as quickly as that feeling sets in, it fades. I'm floating above what looks like a city. Misty mountains loom over the countless skyscrapers, demonstrating that nature is still queen of grandiosity. Despite not being able to move my head, I'm able to see the ocean in my peripheral view. A coastal city, huh? Ah! I'm startled when the scene before me instantly changes to a large gathering of people in the streets. We walk along what looks like a major street together. I'm vaguely aware of a larger hand holding mine. There's a sense of comfort, safety. Like I'm where I'm supposed to be and nothing bad will harm me as long as this presence is here. The figure points at something on the street ahead. I feel jubilation bubble up from within me, making me want to cry out in joy. The crowd around me cheers as a procession of slow-moving floats comes around the corner ahead. The figure holding my hand suddenly picks me up and puts me on its shoulders. As the first float drives by, I catch a glimpse of a banner hanging over its side, but for some reason I'm not able to understand what's written on it, almost as if I've forgotten how to read English. It's a bizarre feeling, knowing full well that what I'm seeing is a language I know but not being able to understand what's written. I soon realize that the faces of the crowd seem to shift moment to moment. They're never still, giving the impression of a masquerade dance where everyone's constantly changing masks. How do I go back? How do I go back? I feel instead of being afraid, I feel a member of the procession glance at me with a featureless gaze. Instead of being afraid, I feel excited. The figure reaches a hand out to me. Oh, hello there. Arm extended, the face morphs into that of a beautiful young cat. My mind floods with recognition. I'd give anything to say her name again, but I have no voice. As I try to grasp her hand, all color fades from view, leaving me in pitch black. Bah! The feeling of being whisked away returns, taking my breath away. It feels like I'm being torpedoed across time and space. It's intense, overwhelming. Like the seizure I had in first grade. I want desperately to stop this loss of control, but my body has plans of its own. I'm left with no choice but to bear it and hope for the best. Light returns to the world, forming and reshaping reality around me. I find myself standing outside amongst a crowd again, this time facing what looks like someone speaking at a podium. I feel a sense of happiness at what's transpiring, though I note it's tinged with nervousness and anxiety. From my limited point of view, I'm able to see various buildings surrounding me. They all look very different from one another, like an effort was made to make them stand out. For some reason, this place looks familiar to me, but my brain refuses to cooperate. The speaker addresses the crowd, but the words are muffled. I can't hear them from where I'm standing, so I try to get closer. Oh, I don't like hand gestures like that. They're kind of sinister. I push my way through the faceless crowd. When I get as close to the podium as possible, I'm filled with shock as I recognize the speaker as the same girl I saw earlier. She looks down at me with worry in her eyes, but reaches out her hand once again, before my fingers can touch hers. All light and colors drained instantly from the world, leaving me hovering in the abyss. I see nothing. I feel nothing. Perceive nothing. Complete sensory deprivation. What the fuck? All the hairs on my body stand on end as something calls out from behind me. I feel scared, alone, threatened. But something compels me to turn around and face it. Whoa! I hover far above the city. Everything is tinted red from an unseen force. When I look at the sky, I see even the sun has changed form. Something bad is happening. A loud boom catches my attention, followed by another. My eyes dart quickly across the city, trying to locate the source. My heart sinks when I realize what's happening. I find the parade I saw earlier consumed by the explosions. The surrounding buildings collapse under the pressure, falling over onto the screaming crowd. Destruction continues to rupture the city. Everywhere I turn, another area goes up in flames. Averting my gaze from the carnage, I look up at the sky. In spite of the horror I see below, I'm disturbed by a peculiar emotion I feel deep within. Pleasure. I feel a cold chill run down my spine. This isn't how someone should feel, right? I look back down at the city. By this point, everything has been leveled by the explosions. Everything except... Ah! I'm whisked forward faster than before. It leaves me with a sick feeling in my stomach. I fly right past the place where the podium was and arrive in front of the most magnificent building in the square. Screams echo around me. Even though everything else is in flames, this single structure seems to be spared. Thoughts suddenly run through my head, and I notice I'm running into the building as fast as I can. Worshipped Hall. The first coherent words I've understood so far, and before I have a chance to fully register them, I burst through the wooden doors. No time to think, just run! I have to get to them before... Dashing up a long stairwell, I make my way towards the roof with purpose. I know exactly what's going on, and I have to stop it! There's nothing else I can do anymore! The door creaks as I force it open. A figure I recognize stands at the edge of the building, looming over the destruction below. I cry out their name, but the syllables are drowned out by the screams and chaos surrounding me. What are you doing here, Ben? I'm stopped cold. Time seems to halt in this moment alongside me. With all sound removed from the world, all I'm left with is a sensation that I just made the biggest mistake of my life. That's when they turn around. The figure stares directly into my soul. Next know you live very nigh and such shit gnai. Did some roughla. Nuclear for demand pure roughly Stefan. Ah! I choked awake from the nightmare, placing both my hands on my knees and panting heavily. What the fuck was that? I gulp deeply. They haven't been that intense since. The plane starts to shake violently. Oh no. I grip tightly onto the armrests of my seat, preparing for the worst. We are experiencing minor turbulence. Please fasten your seatbelt until directed otherwise. Thank you. Eh? In an instant, all the adrenaline that built up is released. Ah! I slap myself on the forehead. Get a grip, Rivers! I do as the flight attendant says, clicking and tightening my seatbelt. I rest my head back on the pillow, though I don't close my eyes. No, not after that. I feel sick. About 5 minutes pass before I hear the noise signaling we're free to fasten again. Excuse me, I need to use the restroom. I catch one of the attendants as they're walking by. Of course, right this way. I try squeezing my way past the lion sitting in the same row as me. What? But a brief shake of the plane causes me to lose my balance, planting my butt right in his lap. Hey, watch it. I was enjoying something here. Sorry. Ooh, excuse me. It was an accident. I get up as quickly as I can. The lion brushes off the towel, but he has on his lap and shakes his head. Great. Now I've got Aspirin on the screen. My stomach starts to churn even worse. I'm really sorry. He shrugs his shoulders and wipes it off with a napkin. It's all good, dude. With my face flushed red, I finally reach the walkway and follow the attendant to the restroom. The moment the door closes behind me, my stomach gurgles one last time. I immediately fall to my knees and throw up in the toilet. And my head feels like it's spinning. With the last of my rudimentary fast food dinner spewed out from my mouth, I wipe my face with some toilet paper and attempt to stand again. The reflection of the small mirror nearby catches my eye. Ugh! I look like complete shit! 1 second, guys. Okay. I recompose myself as best I can, combing through my hair with my fingers. I hope I'll have time to take a shower or something before orientation. This is gonna be a long day. I flush the toilet and exit the bathroom, the restroom, thanking the flight attendant as I walk back to my seat. Excuse me, sorry. I have to slip past that lion again, and make sure I'm holding onto the seat in front of him so I don't have another, incident. No problem. I try my best to relax once I sit down, but I can tell I'm still breathing hard from that nightmare. You fly before, kid? Yeah. I'm caught off guard by a surprisingly earnest question. Lower the music a bit. I don't know if this is a copyright song. Oh! I feign a smile, trying my best to keep this from getting awkward. Yeah, I'm fine. This is my 4th time in a plane. It's no big deal. Mm-hmm. Sure. I saw how much you were twitching and fidgeting in your sleep, dude. I remember my first plane ride. Duh! It's not that, I swear. I had a dream. I scratched under my chin and grinned widely. Well, I didn't realize I was in the presence of the Cheshire Cat. My expression slowly fades into dismay. The lion extends his hand in my direction. Name's Russell. I'm at a momentary loss for words. I'm Ben. Not wanting to leave him hanging, I wrap my hand in his and let it sit. Nice to meet you. What? He grasps my hand tight and shakes it up and down violently. Likewise. Once he's satisfied with the mangling, he relaxes back into his seat. So, tell me more about this dream you were having. Was it spooky? Or sexy? Ha! He's clearly trying to get a rise out of me. So you're that kind of guy, eh, Mr. Russell? For the first time since this plane ride started, I managed to maintain composure. Alright, let's do it. Alright guys, I'm gonna pause it right there. Man, this is kind of a creepy-ass game just starting out. Oh man, what the hell is going on here? Anyway, guys, please, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, leave a super thanks or a tip if you can, it always helps. Until the next video, I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!